Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about sleep paralysis during meditation. Now it's a scary one, and every now and again they'll guide me to talk about something a bit out there or a bit scary that we may not understand or be aware of, because we do fear what we don't understand. So I really want to talk about this today because you may be doing meditations right now, maybe you're doing lots of manifesting, maybe you're really connecting with the universe and you're going into deep meditations, whether they are meditations of your own or you were just connecting to music as you fall asleep, or you're actually doing nighttime, recorded meditations that are designed so that things go into your subconscious mind. But sometimes things can happen that can freak us out during meditation. And that's really what I want to talk about today, because sometimes we can't understand because we don't know how to put into words what we've experienced, or we're not sure what it means. And the guiding me to bring in Archangel Michael. He is the Thor of heaven, the protector angel, the one to call on when you are afraid. And, I spoke a while ago now about astral spiders and what they are all about. And, when we are operating in our power and, maybe we aren't shielding ourselves properly, or, we just have so much power bubbling over, we can attract in those astral spiders just to, take a little bit of that power away so we are more grounded. And, it shows us how powerful we are. But that's a whole nother video. But right now, this is about sleep paralysis. Now, if this has ever happened to you in general, it's very scary. It used to happen to me when I was a kid. So, when I was a kid, I'd wake up before my body. So really what it is when your mind wakes up before your body. So you're trying to move, but you can't, and it's scary. You feel like you're being held down. It's not nice at all. And really what it is, your mind is awake, but your body is asleep, and it just needs to catch up. And, if people give you the scientific term, they say that it's your body's way of protecting itself, so you don't act out in your sleep or hurt yourself, walk around while you're asleep if you're dreaming. But when this happens to you through meditation, it's only happened to me a couple of times, but the reason I'm doing this video today is this happened to me the other night, and it totally freaked me out, okay, because it hadn't happened for a while. So I thought, right, I'm going to try and understand it more. I'm going to try and understand it. So when it happened to me, I'm going to talk about it in a second. The first thing we do when we try and understand something, what do? We go to Google. I'm going to Google then and try and find out, or I'm going to try and find a YouTube video. And I found some good YouTube videos, but I lost my attention with them after a second or two because it wasn't giving me the right information. And I thought, Liz, what are you doing here? What are you doing? You're trying to go outside of yourself for the answers when they're within you. So I started connecting with the angels, and then I received the answers I needed. And that's why I wanted to share this with you. So when we are in a deep meditation and we're trying to reprogram something in our mind, and what I've been doing is a lot of Bob Proctor meditations. So I've been doing a lot of reprogramming about my paradigm. So, the things that we are taught at school, the things we are taking into ourselves, when we are a baby, right up to kind of the age 4 or 5, is in our subconscious mind. It's called a paradigm. And, when we override that paradigm, we're able to manifest quicker, create more in our lives, and believe that we are successful beings, and override the ego. So it's a way of overcoming the ego, through your subconscious mind. We do it consciously by using affirmations, using, breath work, gratitude, all the things that we do. But we can also do it through, repetitive meditation while we're asleep, listening to words, or other things. So I thought, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to a Bob Proctor meditation while I'm asleep and allow it to do its thing. Now, the same thing happened to me the other night that happened to me the last time it happened. And the last time it happened, I was doing a Diana Cooper meditation, and I just let myself go into it completely. And George wasn't in the room at the time because I went to bed early to do this, and he was gaming. And, the first time it happened to me, I was listening to a Diana Cooper meditation, and the CD got stuck. So that's the reason I woke up, okay? Because, well, I say woke up, that's the reason I went through what I went through, because everything was flowing right, and then the CD stuck on a particular part, so it was repeating, it was going, did it, you know, it does when it sticks on, like when a record sticks. So that's what caused it to happen the last time. And then this time, I didn't know why it happened, but I was looking through the comments of the video. Apparently, about 40 minutes in, that happens. There was some glitch or something happened that, you know, it messed everything up pretty much. And I didn't know about that before I did it, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. And yes, lo and behold, it was about 40 minutes in. So what happens is, I don't know if this is you've ever experienced this, it's not nice when it happens, but it's like you're awake and your whole body starts shaking and vibrating, and it feels like you're going to pass out, even though you're coming into awareness. So really it's like your mind is busy doing something. So your mind is kind of elsewhere. It's in a classroom. Okay, it's in a classroom, it's doing its thing, and we do this all the time. While we're sleeping, we go to other realms, we do other things, but usually we don't get brought straight back into reality the way that we do if we get woke up abruptly. You know, when me and George were on holiday not long ago, we'd just gone to bed, and we'd just gone into deep REM sleep, and there was a fire alarm in the hotel, and it was about 2 in the morning, and I didn't know where I was, okay, because we're on the 7th floor and we had to go down the fire exit. We're in the night stuff and go and stand outside in the middle of London in a hotel. This was last year. And, you know, I just remember I was so disorientated. I didn't know where I was. It took me about 10 minutes to really kind of wake up. So I didn't go through, you know, what I went through in the meditation, but I could have easily done that if I'd have been in a deeper state of, you know, unconsciousness, but I was still disorientated. So really, so you know when you wake up and you get woke up abruptly and you're disorientated, it's like that but 100 times worse, because your body shifts and vibrates, so it will shake. It's like you're shaking like this but you're not moving, and you know, it's like all of a sudden your body and your mind reconnect, they merge back together, and then you're awake, and it's like and it's a scary experience, and that happened to me. So I was trying to work out why it occurred, you know, from a spiritual perspective and what it means. And, you know, what I found from talking to the angels is that experience of a shift. You know, the fact that the meditation messed up in some way 40 minutes in abruptly brought me back into the now. So it created an energy shift in me from wherever I was roaming around, learning where I needed to learn, reprogramming where I needed to reprogram in my subconscious mind. My subconscious mind was abruptly grabbed from wherever it was and thrown back into my physical body. So it was the moment as my soul or my mind, or whatever you want to call it, spirit, merged back with my body and, you know, came back into the present moment. And, you know, you could call that sleep paralysis. You could call that lucid dreaming. You could call that anything else. But what it really was all about was something woke me up abruptly from something in my subconscious. It brought my subconscious abruptly back into my conscious, and it created, you know, this kind of weird vibration and energy shift in my body. So, you know, it was a bit scary. So rather than me being afraid to go back to sleep and trying to understand, I started calling on the angels. And the angels were like, this is only because there was something that was out of your control trying to bring back in control. So, you know, if that hadn't happened, if there had been no glitch whatsoever in that CD, I would have done the whole meditation and woke up feeling nice. Okay, so maybe you've had an experience where you've done those types of affirmation meditations at night and you've had a lovely night's sleep, you felt brilliant in the morning. But if anything's ever happened that stopped you from doing it, that's what could have happened to you. So instead of thinking, oh, there was a demon or there was something trying to grab me out of my body, because, you know, I was reading all kinds of things in the comments of these videos I was looking at like that. And the angels saying it's nothing like that. No, nothing's trying to grab you and take you to hell or take you to another dimension or, You know, all it is that you were abruptly merged from your subconscious back into your conscious mind, and it makes your body shake, it makes you feel like you're going to die. And, you know, the thing is, I was sitting there thinking about it, I thought, I bet that is actually very similar to how it feels when you do pass over, when you do transition, because, you know, you haven't got control over coming back into the body. It's like your light goes out, and that's what it felt like. So if anyone has experienced that, or if you have in the past, I'm going to give you some guidance today from Archangel Michael. But the message is, don't fear. Okay, more than likely if it happened to you, it was because you abruptly came back into your conscious mind when your subconscious mind was busy doing something else. So what do we need to know? Wow, so Archangel Michael is saying be gentle with yourself, which is really beautiful, because this is what I did. You know, I started being gentle with myself, talking to myself, calming myself down, because my inner child was scared. My inner child was, you know, pretty terrified, really. Didn't want to go back to sleep because of the bogeyman, you know, and that's what children do. They're afraid of the dark. So the higher self in me, the parent in me, reparented the inner child, saying it's okay. You're okay, you are loved. I thought, of course I'm loved, I'm supported, angels are around me, there's nothing to fear. So be gentle with yourself, and also admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly, which is what I did. I thought, okay, what's the truth in this situation, and how can I act to sort it out? So now I know if I ever do one of those meditations again, I need to make 100% sure there's not going to be a skip on the CD where that can happen, or, you know, there's not going to be some glitch in it. You know, or I could just decide not to do those forms of meditation because I don't really need to anyway, you know, and just kind of do it a more gentle way. So I feel this could also be gentle style music as you're falling asleep, or other ways of doing it, instead of doing those really deep, powerful ones. And you know what they are. Robert Zink does them on his channel, Law of Attraction Solutions. I haven't done one of his yet, but I know they are there. But I love Bob Proctor's voice. I love his energies, and, you know, rest in peace to him. But, you know, I thought, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. And then there was a glitch in there. So, yeah. Anyway, so the prayer to use, you know, if you're worried about anything, or if you've been through anything similar to that, or, you know, maybe you're worried about something right now, be very gentle with yourself. Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything I do. Everything I think, everything I speak, and everything I do. Help me to know that I deserve the compassion, and I release any feelings of guilt to you so I may experience lasting inner peace. And that's really powerful because, you know, we can start feeling all kinds of weird things. Is it something I did wrong? Is it something I need to release? You know, I read something on one of the comments about how, you know, you're going through a real deep healing at that time, and you're releasing out guilt and all these things. So it could even be that you were releasing toxins out that need to fall out, you know, come out of your body. But really it's about you're learning something, and you're going through something. Your mind is somewhere, your body's somewhere else, and then they merge back into each other. So it's going to create a shock to the system. It's like when you have an electric shock. You know, you vibrate all the things that go through your body. So then when we admit the truth, we know we are safe, and then we can act accordingly. I appreciate your support, God, in helping me face any feelings with grace and acceptance, so I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. Isn't that powerful? So you might think, well, they have nothing to do with meditation or to do with sleep paralysis or any of those things, but it helps you to understand why these things happen. Admit the truth to yourself. Act accordingly, which means do what feels right for you, not what people say you should do. If you feel you don't want to continue doing those practices, don't do them, and be gentle with yourself. Reparent yourself, be kind to yourself, and say it's going to be okay. And, you know, I just wanted to jump on because, you know, and go forward fearlessly. So don't fear moving forward in your journey. Don't let anything scare you or hold you back. It's only fear. And we have to push through that fear. You know, even to the point where I was looking on you know, these videos, and someone had put SP, and I was thinking, what's that mean? Yeah, I knew very well what it meant, SP, sleep paralysis. It was just obviously in my own mind, because I was tired and it just happened and I was shocked, and my system was like, you know, my inner child was scared. I couldn't make sense of things. So I couldn't really make sense of what I was trying to watch on YouTube or read in the comment section. So I had to go within and say, angels, what's going on? And the angel was very clear. You were in your subconscious and you were abruptly brought back into your conscious. And it created that shift in your physical self as your mind and body re-merged. And that's all it is. So nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, you know, nothing to panic over or overthink about. Just know that you are loved and you are safe. I hope this helps someone. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.